Hello guys, this is DC Trader for another market update, and another week has passed and it looks like this week is not so bad. It ended up so okay. Now of course, let's go start for the US market. In the US market, guys, we ever since the last day here when it tried to go up on, I think it was Monday, and then now it is trying to do on a range day here, guys. And of course, after the election here, I'm not so sure what's going on, but if you make this one bigger, guys, you know, after this big move here, Monday and then Tuesday, you got Wednesday, Thursday, and of course, it looks to me, guys, that this looks like definitely a range, guys. Why is it a range? Every time when we go to the bottom, we got some buyers here. Every time we reach this all-time, used to be the all-time high, we got some sellers pushing it down. So I hope today we can get out of here one or the other. And that's about it for this particular market. And let's take a look at our markets, guys. And our markets here, guys, is doing okay overall. And of course, take a look at here. Ever since November, we have really pushed up, never broke the low of the previous day until today. I know, it's okay, but at least it actually started in low and tried to go up high. Now that is not so bad, but if we take a look at here closely, right, on this particular area, right, okay, so we are really starting from this area here and then trying to push up. And of course, we have not reached our sort of danger zone here at 7132, so we may still have a chance on Monday. Now, of course, if we make this one a little bigger, guys, for the past 2 days, we have a spike in channel, and today we started at the bottom and we're trying to go up. Now, overall, I will feel that as long as we don't go back below the 669, below this particular area, guys, then there is still some upside momentum here. But other than that, I may find that we may have some early bird sellers trying to push the market down here. Now, if we break out here on Monday and continue above here, then it looks great. But otherwise, I may want to take a look at this area at 6,912, around this area. I don't want it to go back there, guys. That's my point here. But do we still have an upside? Yes. But in case if it goes down, then you know what area that we're going to be looking at is, we're going to be looking at this particular area, maybe our next good support. That is 6585. Now, we don't want it to go back there. We want it to go up. But other than that, that's for this particular market. And the next market that we're going to be discussing is AC Energy. And of course, AC Energy, guys, it's not so great today because you know that since the last day of trading, right, it tried to start to go down, and today it went down. Where did it stop? 393. And where did I get 393? Which is this particular level. Now, those means two things, guys. That means that, okay, it went back down to 393, which means there are sellers here. Now, most likely the sellers here at 393 is liquidating. Now, on Monday, if we don't go back to 393, guys, and we go above 429 and above and stay up there, that means that everybody on 393 has liquidated to the upside, and that is good for us, guys. And of course, if you take a look at this, guys, this is if you draw a trend line over there for the past 2 days and you clone that one, all right, it looks there. And of course, the funny thing is, okay, remember this particular area where we drew some very hardcore range for how many days? Then it broke out and continued to break out, and it tried to came back to 393 to release some of those sellers out. And so on Monday, let's hope that we can continue to the upside and stay above in this particular area. That is for this particular market. So I feel that this particular market may have some continuation area. So let's have high hopes to them if they can do it. All right. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is Ali. Now, Ali, guys, let's make this one bigger, guys. And take a look at it. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful, guys. Ali has some strong continuation, guys, to the upside. Look at that. See? And it went up there. It went, tried to pull back. And ever since this day, November, we have never broke its low until today. But the problem is we broke the low and we still continue to go up. Now that is a power sign, and we just broke this area, guys, which is the 38.32. That is a very good sign for the buyers, and it could be some continuation buying there. So let's make that one. Let's take a look at it. Take a look at that, guys. So we just broke the low here, which means that there could be sellers here. It came back for them, and they actually became buyers, and it went all the way up, guys. Now that is a good sign for our buyers. Now, does this mean on Monday they have some continuation buying? It could be some. All right, maybe it could fall back a little bit to fall back to maybe 38.32. Let's see what happens to this particular area. If it does not, they may have some continuation to the upside. Now, if they have some continuation to the upside, where would it stop? Let's take a look at it. Oh, look at this, guys. It's trying to raise above here. So the way I see it, the next time it may want to stop, it could be 44, around 44, guys. We have to take a look at what's going on. It can go straight up. All right, that is for this particular market. And the next market that we're going to be discussing is BDO. And BDO, guys, it is not doing so great, guys. I know. It is not doing so great. The way I see BDO, guys, is this 93.50 again. It's really giving us some heartaches, because I think sellers are still stuck in there. I think these sellers still want to push down to below their target, which is around below 86, guys. Although we know that they already broke above, but we don't see any continuation to 98.29. So that means that seller is still in here. Although we do have a trend line going up and it is acting as support, but still, guys, if we can't break away from this 93.50, guys, anytime soon, that means that these sellers are heavier. Now take a look at that. Ever since we broke that high there, higher than we broke the high of the previous month, we have seen all sellers, guys. And that is not a very good sign for us, right? And of course, today we even see some more sellers, and there's no buying at this area here. So I hope on Monday we can stay above 93.50 and do some continuation to the upside. That is the only hope for this particular stock, guys. And if you take a look at it from here, we are breaking the lows of the previous day, and this is just a neutral day, right? So not so great overall, guys. Not so great overall. Although we almost just missed the low of the day, so we're just in the middle. So I hope we don't break below this area here. 92. If we don't break 92, guys, we still have a big chance to the upside. Now, the next particular stock is one of my favorite, Converge, and really Converge today, guys, did not do anything, guys. Oh my goodness. This is one hell of a tough group here, guys. These sellers here, guys, don't want to give us a bunch, although we were able to get in a little bit, but still we can't even force out. So that means there's very heavy selling pressure here though. I'm just worried on Monday we can go below 15 and we may continue to 1480, which is this particular area of 1430, right? So this particular area, I hope that we can have a continuation to the upside, break above 1560 and stay above there to go up higher. That is for this particular stock. But other than that, this stock, although ever since this first week of November, we have just tried to broke down once, right? The low of the previous day, and still we are above the previous days ever, right? So that is a good sign for us. So we hope that Converge will continue in its mission. And of course, I think BDO is on hold today for some reason. So it's still the same thing. We still have to break out 617. That's it. Now, the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing is FGEN. Now, FGEN, guys, is still on a range. We are still stuck. Now, I noticed that this particular stock, right, likes to be in a range. It moves and be stuck on a certain area and stuck there for quite a while, then move again. So that could be this particular group of traders. That's the way they do things, right? And if you take a look at it, the last previous day, which is on the 11th, right? The market tried to push away from the range, and today, who did it found at the end of the range? Buyers again, near 29, tried to push the market up, but cannot get out of 29.50. So we need to get out of this blue area here in order for us to continue, right? So although, again, I'm taking a look at it, there's more to the upside here. And because we have reached the previous month's high, so let's hope that this has a continuation to 29.50. All right, the next stock that we're going to be discussing is HLCM. And what did HLCM do today, guys? It's doing great. Now, of course, HLCM again, at the beginning of the day, at the last trading day, we were stuck at this area at 594, and today we just went down a bit, but we could not reach below 581 or 584. Then again, buyers took that signal and pushed the market upside. That is good, guys. Now, if we take a look at the bigger picture, do we have continuation here? That is a beautiful candle, guys. And we are away from 594. Can we reach 645 here in one area? It could, as long as we don't go back here at 610. We don't want to be stuck in 610 because, you know, this 610 here looks like some seller starting here, which is not so great. 610, this area here. We got to stay away here, guys, to continue. We don't want sellers to start pushing down. Or it could just stay here a bit and go all the way up. That is for this particular stock. And the next stock that we're going to be discussing is JFC. And JFC, guys, it looks a little tired today. Although we were discussing, it went down here, tried to push the market up in terms of micro channel. And the last trading day, I was telling you guys that, okay, we have to stay above 195 around that area to have some continuation. And today we just open up there and continue down. But that's okay. As long as we don't go down below this particular area at 188. So we still have some upside bias, but this could mean more to the downside. And if we take a look at Jollibee on a bigger picture, guys, it looks like it wants to have some pullback, right? Now, of course, I would rather buy Jollibee below around this particular area, around 171, 178, rather than that up high. So that could be also traders here who made a lot of profit are slowly liquidating, and sellers who weren't able to get out here because of this. How many days to the upside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They couldn't get out. Maybe trying to get back out to this particular level, right? So they won't lose that much money. All right, that is for this market. So I find Jollibee could have some bearishness a little bit, but just a pullback. Now for MBT, guys, for MBT, the way I see MBT again, today was just, again, it looks like another ranging day here for this market. Now, of course, it's trying to, as long as it does not go back to 43.37 around that area, we still have some upside bias, although they could be stuck here a bit. Now, on the micro channel, although this looks like still more to the upside looking at this, right? But I'll be looking more in this particular areas, guys. Two areas that I'll be looking at. 45.11 to the upside. Could be a minor support at 44.02. Now, as long as we could not touch 44.02, more power to us on the 45 and above. That is for that market. And of course, if you take a look at that, in this particular sense here, guys, I'm talking about this particular area, 44, right? And that particular sense above that area, right? And ever since this day here in November, we have a 4-day, never went below to the lowest low. So I hope MBT has some continuation on Monday. And the next stock that we're gonna be discussing is MM. Now, MM, guys, are doing great, guys. I find MM, take a look at this, guys, on the bigger screen, guys. Remember, we had this target at 442, and today it actually reached it. Wow, that is a good stock, guys, right? And ever since, guys, although we had a low here, but we have been higher. We never went to the previous low for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days already. That is a good trade, guys.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
But their main target, guys, is for me, I would say on Monday, they could easily revisit this particular area, which is just a few cents of or higher than 50, guys, and let's hope they can surpass that and maintain that for this particular stock, guys. So that's really about it. And then if you take a look at it on the 5 minutes, guys, that is a beauty, guys. Beauty. Look at that chart, guys. That is beautiful. And if you take a look at the micro channel here, it is still, now they did try to go down here, but suddenly buyers again buying up. I think their target is around 460 and above, guys, around this particular area, which they could continue on Monday. That is for this particular stock. And the next stock that we're gonna be discussing, guys, is PGOLD. Now PGOLD today, guys, is doing a little better. Now, of course, I'm telling you guys that 42.50 means a lot to me. It does. And you can see it that, okay, why 42.50? Look at that, guys. What happened is, if you take a look at here and you know that this particular market, right, it's going to a range, right? It tried to go out the range. The next day, it started in the range, going outside. And of course, buyers again buy it. And then today, they had some continuation to the upside. And when they went out, so this is what I mean, guys. This looks like a very good sign. It went out, tried to double back in, and ended up going out. Now, does that mean that as long as they leave 42.50 outside here, guys, I would say this particular stock could be going back to where? I would say around this particular area, 44.50, and maybe around here. Remember that I was discussing to you guys that I really love it to go back to around this area. But we'll see around this area, around 45, 40. Let's see what happens when it goes in here, if it can continue, guys. But I'm waiting and see PureGold. I think PureGold is trying to reverse, guys. And if you take a look at the entry counts, reset to the long, first entry, second entry, guys. See? Now that is a good sign, and we need that to continue. We don't want it to go down here, guys. We want some continuation here in order for us to reach our target here, guys, right? Now, from the low here, we have not yet break the low. From this low candle, we have not yet break, so that is a good sign, guys. PGOLD is going up. All right. Now, the next particular stock that we're going to be discussing is SECB. Now, SECB, guys, although it looks better than BDO, but you really know that 108 sellers are trying to push down, right? Sellers are trying to push down here. Again, seller tried to push down, and buyers tried to attack up, and sellers are trying to push down. Now, as long as we don't reach 104.27, wherein these particular sellers could be trying to get out, right? Now, the only way, if we don't go back here, then there's no more sellers here and there's all buyers. Now, that will be a very good sign for us, guys. But other than that, I find that this market is still, their sellers around 108. We got to clear them, guys. We got to give them a, and we got to give them that. All right, to continue. And one of my favorite trades of the month is tech. Now for tech, guys, we are doing fine. Look at that, guys. There is a, oops. a continued breakout, guys. Take a look at that. That is beautiful, guys. Remember the 6 peso that we discussed? And it just touched there, and then all goes up, and there's a continuation. As long as you don't go back to 642, we have our target, really, guys, is 727. That is a good trade, guys, for this particular stock, guys. All right. Now, and of course, from this reset count, this is just the first. This is the first short entry, and there's no second short entry yet. So they could have some upside to this particular stock, guys. So thank you very much, guys, for taking your time and sharing your few minutes with me on this particular stock update or stock review. I hope that you can like, and then for new subscribers, please subscribe. For new viewers, please do support this channel so I could do some of the more of these reviews every day. And thank you very much, and have a great weekend, guys, and take care. Stay safe.